Counter-Strike and its impact on gaming can never be understated. From 1.6 to Source to Go, and now in CS2, this game has always had a passionate player base, to say the least.
Dick pattern huntsman! Dick pattern huntsman! That's the cock pattern huntsman!
CS has gone through many rises and falls through its tenure, and sadly, we're in one of its low points. My first experience with this game was CS Source, but where I really came to love this game was in CSGO, just like countless others. And just like everyone else, when CS2 was announced, I couldn't have been more excited. I had originally made a whole video gushing about how great of an upgrade CS2 was going to be, and how I was sad to see CSGO leave, but I was more excited about what the future had to hold. However, after CS2's release and experiencing what the future of Counter-Strike is, I have come to hate CS2. Especially now, after having subjected myself to playing CS2 for a year, I couldn't miss CSGO more. I never expected CS2 to come out of the box on the same level as CSGO. That's just not possible for Valve to pull off. CSGO had a decade to refine itself into the perfect competitive tac shooter, but a year after release, I would have expected something substantial to have been released. Let's take a look at what has come to CS2 in the past year. We suffered through the new sub-tick system.
Now the tick rate no longer matters for moving and shooting, so what you see is what you get.
Which had broken sprays,
What is this spray?
inconsistent hit reg, getting killed behind walls, rubber banding back to where you got shot, and overall just poor performance, and more bugs than I can list. And while a lot of these issues have gotten better since release, they're still not good. When it comes to new content, we got one new case, an anti-cheat that left the game unplayable for months before it was updated, and there's still a big cheater problem. It's just not as blatant anymore. They added Dust 2 to the Premier map pool, a map that's been played to death and that no one asked for.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Still no danger zone, no train, no cache, no cobble, and still no operation. After 1 year. I remember when the game first came out, and everyone was expecting an operation and new maps with the full release of the game. And then that didn't happen, and there were leaks of a winter-themed cobble, and I thought to myself, wow, we're really gonna have to wait till Christmas to play cobble. Well, it's been a year and there's still no cobble.
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck? You tripping, bro? You tripping!
If only I knew how bad the content drip would have been. I think the worst part, besides the missing content, is how tight-lipped Valve has been with the development of CS2. They only ever communicate with the community when they drop their subpar updates at the end of each month. This leads the community to subside off pure high-octane copium and create conspiracy theories about how one change to a line of code means a massive update or operation is coming out on Tuesday.
Just have the update. It's out! I bit my tongue. Everyone lock in. The update. It's 12 megabytes.
Now I don't want this video to come out like I hate CS now. Valve, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. And this all comes from a place of love, because underneath all the dog shit still lies the game that I and many others love. CS2 is not a bad game. It's an amazing game, going through the most painful growing pains you've ever seen. And apparently it has to get worse before it can get any better. And we're stuck for the ride. Some of you probably remember how terrible CSGO was received when it first came out, and how it split the player base. But now, CSGO is revered as the pinnacle of Counter-Strike, as a perfect game. So I'll remind you that it's not over. There's still hope for CS2. There is no game out today that gets my heart racing like a round of Counter-Strike can. That feeling of pulling off an insane play and listening to all your friends in the Discord talk about how they're going to oil you up is unmatched. I love that this game is hard to master. It is a game where your character doesn't get better, but you, the player, does. There is so much depth that this game offers those who want to get better at it. Learning more complex things about the game like taking space, executes, fakes, boosts, and more in-depth strats like buy P90 and rush B Suka. I really love how playing and communicating as a team can win you a match even when you play people who are way better than you. Underneath all the jank that is CS2, it's still a game with an electric esports scene. Watching 10 of the world's best players duke it out is always insanely fun to watch. And despite the Jame crash during the Copenhagen Major, it was still a fantastic major to watch. I would argue that no other esport has had as many iconic moments as Counter-Strike has had.
W still alive, Kenny gets a kill on Prims, Flusher in the back lines, he's out of ammo, a knife is out, what's happening, Flusher, he's getting stabbed,
HP as well on Guardian and Flamey, he's trying to bait them out, trying to get them into one-on-ones as he dances back and forth between the blocks, what a shot on Zippy! Oh, Guardian, bye-bye! And it's on to Flamey, he's tapped it, Flamey's got a big! What in God's name is that from Stars? And well, that's what happens when you go around the corner happy with one dig. Another one! He could get another one here, 2 to 3. The brain is like sweating bullets. Happy until he gets the quad down to the ice. What is this?
jumping back into the circle,
Nice, around the world we go, but the diffuse is coming in. He's still going. Oh, just about gets it as the flames come in, and look at the little guns of happiness.
Look at the time! Look at the time! There's 7 seconds of got the bomb! They're trying to build pyramids, but there's no more play! Stewie wander out! We go to overtime! How have they done it? How have they done that?
Much more utility to work with. Here he comes once again. The first base is a trend. He's going to hit the ground there as Cold. Oh! What a jumping double from Cold! What is going on right now? How does he do this?
Rougher Simple can actually get through this, he's going to throw the AWP in, oh my god, Simple, what is happening?
Away from them very, very quickly by Titan. Oh my god, Nico gets 3, 4! Oh my lord, I don't believe it! Shocks them, has just to find one more. The Molly isn't going to touch him. And what on earth has just happened? His Deagle is on fire and Shock is going to walk into it as well.
Guardian waits patiently. And Carmine steps the push up. Oh! Oh, it's happened! They made it work! Cloud9 are the Indian Major champions!
What Counter-Strike video would be complete if I didn't talk about skins? I love skins, and despite the fact that CS2 makes investing in skins a crapshoot on if they're going to change the skin and nerf it into oblivion, my addiction is very much still alive. And I'll even go out on a limb and say that CS2 has improved skins a lot with the custom sticker placement.
Very cool, very swag, I like it.
Giving players so much freedom with their crafts. Perhaps a little too much freedom, but still freedom to make some pretty cool stuff. And with the new Source 2 engine, the potential for new skins has never been better. Let's just hope we can get more cases and collections, and for the love of God, in operation soon. While CS2 is definitely jank, devoid of any meaningful content, and not in the best place, I still love the game, because I know that it'll get better. It's only a matter of time. It's just a shame that Valve seems to be in no rush to fix the game. It was never going to be easy for CS2 to perfectly replace CSGO, it just wasn't possible. I think Valve seemed to have announced CS2 too early for its own good, leaving them no choice but to release a half-baked game. Like honestly, can any of you tell me the difference between the open beta and the full release? I just hope that Valve can realize how desperately they need to tend to this fanbase, and hopefully we don't get the TF2 treatment. Valve, Counter-Strike means a lot to me, and to millions of others. I grew up playing this game and it is tied to the story of who I am today, and I'm sure many others out there can relate to that statement too. I just want to see the franchise I care so much about thrive. So Valve, please lock in and put some actual content in the game, and CS2, please get well soon. We know the potential you have, and we're all rooting for you.